If you're over 40 and lying awake at night wondering if you will have enough for retirement, I know you're not the only one. But what if I told you the problem isn't your income or even how much you've saved? It's that you're trying to get to retirement without clarity and a system. Today, I'm walking you through the exact 4-phase framework that takes you from financial chaos to retirement confidence. Hey there, and welcome to Wealthy After 40. I'm Daylene Higgins, your podcast host and financial coach. If you're a Gen X woman or couple who's worried about retirement, maybe you feel like you're starting late or don't have enough saved, you're in the right place. This show is all about ditching the financial stress and creating a retirement plan that works for your life now and later. So grab your favorite drink, settle in, and let's figure this out together. Welcome to the episode where I'm going to share with you the 4 steps that you can do to reach financial confidence, but for my listeners, retirement. That is what we are striving here. We're trying to figure out how can we retire. And most individuals are approaching retirement without a plan. Now, I understand a lot of you are like, I don't know what I need to plan for. And I get that. There's not a lot of information out there. I did my journey without it. Having said that, I have created the Retirement Ready Quiz. This is going to quickly give you, I think there's 20 questions. Answer them. It's going to say, these are your next steps. It's also going to acknowledge the effort you've put in. But right there, you have steps, which is a plan, which is going to get you moving ahead. But the second problem is that most of you are trying to track everything in your head. Mental budgeting. There's a lot that we have to keep track of, sorting through. As we're trying to figure out this retirement plan, we're still just got it in our head. In the head, we also have that little voice that says you could have done better. You're not doing enough. And having that all in your head is where the confusion is coming from. But also added to that is that traditional financial advice, retirement advice, is not going to work for women and couples over 40. Just save, just save. We have got to tie in a few more steps so that we know our retirement will be achieved, that we will succeed. As I said, I'm sharing with you the 4 steps, 4 phases I help clients through. But this, if you apply this, today's just an overview. Next 4 episodes are going to dive in deeper. You will be able to start seeing changes within your money, within your head about being able to retire. So the first phase is your money reality. Where are you right now? Not what's in your head, not what, you're fearing, but what do you know the efforts to today have got you, and what more do you need to do? Sitting down and understanding exactly what has happened, what is going on, what results. I always talk about it being our starting line. I don't care everything that's failed up to this point. I just need to know where our starting point is, and you do as well. A really good preview of this phase is my Retirement Ready Planning Workshop that I am hosting 4 times this year. So the first one is in January 24th. Regular price is $55, early bird price of $35 until January 5th. So this, I think, is releasing just before that. Jump in, join me. What we are going to do is really dive into what your efforts have got you, where you are, what are your gaps, and what action steps will get you the most momentum. So each attendee of the workshop is going to have slightly different action steps because they've got different results from the impact for today. You can learn more. And if you're listening to this after January, check out those other dates at elevatefinances.us/workshop. You can also visit that link down in the show notes. But head over there, a paid workshop, invest in yourself, get your starting line. This is really important to understand instead of just think there is a problem or think that the problem is one thing and it's actually another. Phase 2 is your money systems. Remember in the intro, I said you're doing this without systems. More than a budget. More than a budget. The systems are created to help you manage your money in daily operations without a lot of thought, without a lot of work, without a lot of time. And I know that's what clients come to me. They're like, I don't want to spend a lot of time. And it doesn't have to be that way. In this phase, budgeting will stop feeling like a punishment. You'll have systems for your cash flow, meaning that you know exactly where things need to go, how much you have to spend, and what pivots you can make when life happens. Which leads us to phase 3, your money decisions. It's one thing to have the system set up, working our money, but when something happens in our life or we want to make something happen, I think there's another gap here out in the financial world of how do I know how to make those decisions? So I have included phase 3, your money decisions, where I help you start learning how to make decisions without the emotional spiral. Something can happen, there's emotions behind it, but then we have to look at our systems, which doesn't have emotion, to guide us. So being able to handle those emergencies, but also being able to enjoy the invite for that girls' weekend or that family vacation, because you can come to your systems, your tools, and say, yep, I can do that. All I need to do is X, Y, and Z. That's what happens in phase 3. You lose the emotion. You get more and more excited. You're starting to create for the now, which leads us into phase 4, your money freedom. Reaching this point is where you're starting to put all of those pieces together and projecting for retirement. You're doing some future budgeting, your lifestyle planning. You're getting excited about dreams you thought never could happen. You're saying, what if I did this? We can actually use the tools that I teach you how to look at what that means and what that means for now. Some adjustments may need to happen, but as you know what you're shooting for, that control, that flow, that excitement, that motivation is all there and gets you moving ahead. So the journey of the 4 phases, the order matters. You can't build your systems without knowing your reality. We can't put in a road if nobody's going to drive on it because there's no cars there. That is the same with your system. All systems can be slightly different because every client of mine is slightly different. Different income, different needs, different expenses, different goals. But the system needs to be there to support how you are going to move ahead, which again, that system is your basis for your money decisions and your money freedom. But learning how to use that system for those 2 future things is very crucial. But when you have all 4 working together, when life happens and you have to step back because of some major event, things are going to move along just fine. Or you can jump in for 1 minute, take care of XYZ, and just keep moving along. Having these things here to support you on your retirement journey is what's going to make you feel so much better, get rid of that voice in your head, and start understanding where you want to go in retirement. All right, so over the next month, we're breaking down each phase so that you can start implementing action steps immediately. I like to give you value. I like to get you moving ahead. So listen to each one of those. Even though we've touched on them here, we're going to go in deeper as to what they mean, what's happening. And if you're wondering, like, what do I do today? And you're like, how well have I done with retirement preparations? I want you to grab the Retirement Ready quiz at elevatefinances.us/quiz. Answer a few questions. You'll be given some action steps, some results, and you can start taking momentum today. And then remember to join us next week as we dive into phase 1. And for the next month, we'll end up at phase 4. You will have more of a retirement plan than you've had today. Thank you for tuning in. Glad to be a part of your 2026. And I hope you will join me either in downloading that quiz or in that paid workshop so I can support you further. Thanks for tuning in. If you found this episode helpful, I'd love for you to subscribe and leave me a review. It really helps others be able to find the show and get the support they need as well. And if you're ready to take action, be sure to take my Retirement Ready quiz at elevatefinances.us/quiz. It's the perfect place to begin your retirement plan. And hey, let's stay connected. I'm on Instagram, sharing quick tips, answering money questions, and just keeping it real about retirement planning. Find me at elevate_finances or search Daleen Higgins. I'd love to see you there. And remember, retirement isn't just a dream, it's a plan, and let's make it possible together.